Hi, I'm David Gerard and this is Pivot to AI. Today, we are ranting about really annoying AI grifters. When some huge and stupid public AI disaster hits the news, the AI pumpers will cram it into the social media mentions to say stuff like, "You have to admit AI is here to stay." Well, no, I don't. Not unless you say just what you actually mean when you say that. Like, what is the claim you're making? Herpes is here to stay too, but you probably wouldn't be bragging about it. We're talking about the generative AI stuff here, chatbots, image slop generators, that sort of thing. What they're really saying is, give in and do what I tell you. They're saying AI, like it is right now in the bubble, is just a permanent force that will reshape society in Sam Altman's image. It'll be just like it is now forever. It's a new paradigm, so you have to give in to it now and give me everything I'm demanding. You know that's what they really mean. We get stuff like this egregious example, which I've got up on the YouTube, for the Washington State school system, in the podcast that's linked in the notes. It starts with the sentence, AI is here to stay. Then there's a list of AI stuff to force on the kids, on the assumption that all of this will work forever, just like the biggest hype in the bubble. And that's not true. If you ask these guys, why is AI here to stay, they'll just recite promotional talking points. So ask them some really pointy questions about details. Remember that a lot of these people were super convinced by just one really impressive demo that blew their minds. We have computers you can just talk to naturally now and have a conversation. That is legit amazing, actually. The whole field of natural language processing is 80% solved. The other 20% is where the computer is a lying idiot and it probably can't be fixed. That's a bit of a problem in practice. Generative AI is all like that. It's genuinely impressive demos with unfixable problems. Sometimes they'll claim chatbots are forever because machine learning works for X-ray scans. If they say that, they don't know enough about the details to make a coherent claim, and you would have to teach them the difference between medical machine learning systems and chatbots before they could. Might be worth the time, up to you. Grifters will try to use gotchas. Photoshop has AI in it, so you should let me post image slop to your forum. Office 365 has AI in it, so if you use Microsoft Word, then you're using AI. Spell checks are kind of AI. These are all real examples. These guys are lying weasels, and the correct answer is go away, or maybe something stronger. Are they saying the technology will surely get better because all technology improves magically? Will the hallucinating stop? Then they need evidence it will, because it sure looks like the tech of generative AI is stuck at the top of its S-curve at 80% useful and has not made any major breakthroughs in a couple of years. The guy's probably seen an impressive demo, but he's going to have to bring actual evidence that chatbots are going to make it to being any sort of reliable product. And we have no reason to think they actually will. Are they saying that OpenAI and its friends, all setting money on fire, will be around forever? No, that is not economically possible. OpenAI alone needs tens of billions of dollars fresh every year, more venture capital than anyone has ever burnt through. Look through Ed Zitron's numbers if you think numbers will do any good to reply to this one. These AI companies are machines for taking money from venture capitalists and setting it on fire. The chatbots are just the excuse for them to set money on fire. The companies just are not sustainable standalone businesses. Maybe after the collapse there'll be a company that buys the name OpenAI and dances around wearing its skin, like the name Fire Festival is for sale right now too. Are they saying there's a market for generative AI, and so it'll surely keep going when the bubble pops? Now, sure, maybe there'll be some market, the vibe coders are addicts, but I've been saying for a while now the prices will be at least 5 to 10 times what they are now if it had to pay its way as a standalone business. But chatbots are useful to me personally. Sure, they do some useful things. Language models are based on transformers, so anything a transformer does well, a chatbot will muddle through if it's trained. Translation, transcription, grammar checking, a chatbot can at least give you some answer. But would you pay 10 times the price for that? I'm not so sure. Are they saying you can always run a local model at home? Sure you can, and about 0.0% of chatbot users do that. In 2025, the home models are painfully slow toys for interested nerd enthusiasts, even on a high-end box. No normal people are going to do this to get what they get from a casual chatbot now. I've seen the people saying, AI is here to stay, get called on it, and then they back down to, well, the technology will still exist. I mean, sure, mathematics is here to stay. The transformer architecture is useful for stuff, but just existing isn't much of a claim either. You know, technologies have their heyday, then the last dregs linger forever. Crypto is still around, serving the all-important crime is legal market, but nothing else is happening, and it's radioactive for normal people. If you search for AI is here to stay on Twitter, you'll see the guys who still have Bored Ape NFT icons. Generative AI has a good chance of becoming as radioactive to the general public as crypto is. They'll have to start calling the stuff that works machine learning again. So if someone says AI is here to stay, nail them down on what the heck is the precise claim they're making. Details, numbers. What do you mean by being here? What would failure mean? What would it look like? Get them to make their claim properly, in detail. I mean, they won't answer. They never answer. They never had a claim in mind. They were just saying promotional mouth noises. Now, I'll make a prediction for you. I'll give you an example. The AI bubble will last at least 2, maybe 3 more years because the venture capitalists really need it. So Pivot to AI has got some life in it. When, not if, the VCs and their money pipeline go home and the chatbot prices multiply by 10 or more, the market for generative AI will collapse. There will be some small providers left. It will be technically not dead yet, but the bubble will be extremely over. The number of people running an LLM at home will still be negligible. It's possible there will be something left after the bubble pops. AI boosters like saying it's just like the dot-com bubble, but I've never been really convinced by the argument Amazon lost money for years, so if OpenAI just sets enough money on fire, it must be Amazon. It's not a good argument. Inference costs, the cost of each query, is currently 80 to 90% of the compute load. Will that cost come down? Sure, they'll come down at some point. Will it be soon enough? Well, NVIDIA's Blackwell hasn't been a good chip generation, so NVIDIA is putting out more of their old generation chips while they try to get Blackwell production up. So more efficient chips won't fill the market very soon. So there you go. I might be wrong about any of that, but at least I've given reasons for it. We can argue the point. If you want to say, but AI is here to stay, tell us what you mean in detail. Stick your neck out. Give your reasons. You might be wrong, but at least you've made a checkable claim and we can talk. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. If you enjoyed this episode, please forward it to at least one other person. And of course, all the most annoying AI grifters you know. Word of mouth is what Pivot lives on. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, leave a podcast review, and Pivot is funded by you, the viewers and listeners. So drop $5 in the Patreon in the show notes today. Sam Altman cries 8 delicious and salty tears for every dollar you send in. Make Sam cry more today. Thank you all. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.